Hi everyone, how's everyone doing on this cold and windy February day? I feel like me and Grace have started to go a little bit stir crazy, a little bit of cabin fever is going on. Grace has decided to just eat anything she can get her hands on, my hats, my socks, anything that's around the house. And I've decided just to basically visit nurseries every day this week to keep from going absolutely crazy. Maybe you can relate. But I mean, even yesterday, I just went over to my girlfriend's nursery just to kind of look around and see what she had. There was some beautiful pansies and primrose. I did pick up a few hellebores, but there's just something about being in the warmth of a conservatory this time of year, isn't there? But what I'm getting around to today is seeding 2 flats of Strawflower. I was kind of going in between going with Status and Strawflower, but I've decided just to double my production of Strawflower this year. I feel like that's a more valuable cut for me, and I feel like people look at it with having more value since Status is so widely available in the grocery store. So I'm going with 2 flats of Strawflower, and I want to share with you a money-saving tip that I learned on Strawflower a few years back. And then I'm going to bring up my Amaryllis that were in dormancy. These are the ones that I'm experimenting with. I didn't put them outside in the summer. Instead, I just treated them as houseplants and then put them into dormancy. And I have some really exciting news to share with you about this experiment. I have some friends over on Instagram, the suburban gardening couple, who successfully rebloomed an Amaryllis that they never put outside during the summer. And they are allowing me to share some pictures with you. So what they did is they first bloomed an apple blossom Amaryllis back in December of 2020. Then they treated it like a houseplant. She even made this really cute display using them as more Easter foliage in an arrangement. But then they just didn't get around to putting them outside. And then eventually, later in the fall, they stopped watering them. They didn't water them for a few months. And now what they decided to do is wake them up. They gave them a fresh potting, watered them up, and lo and behold, here we are, February 2022, and 3 out of the 5 bulbs that they did this to are reblooming. So I think that's just fabulous information. I'm so glad they shared it. So even if it doesn't work with my Red Lion bulbs today, at least we know that it has the potential to work. And I have a feeling it really has a lot to do with the size of the bulb. The bulbs that you're going to see me working with today are pretty small. So actually, let's do that first. And check this out, guys. I have a real storm door now. One day I'll have to just sit down and tell you the story of this house. It was actually listed as a handyman special, and basically every single thing inside our house was broken when we purchased it. But hey, when a ½ acre becomes available and you can actually afford it, you just deal with whatever's inside. Oh dear. Somebody found the box. I don't think you're supposed to do that. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, I guess she's helping me shred the compost. So I did take the bulbs outside just to get them cleaned up a bit, but this is what they look like. Now, the bulbs do look very small to me, but they were pretty small to begin with because these are ones that just came in a box from Tractor & Supply. I'm definitely worried, you guys, because the size of this bulb is almost more like a really large daffodil. I'm not sure if you can get good perspective on the camera or not, but I'm going to try to keep an open mind and just see what happens. All right. That soil's pretty moist, so I'll just give them a little bit of room temperature water and get them on a radiator to hopefully wake them up. So here they are in the dining room, and I think even if this experiment doesn't work with these particular bulbs, I'll try it again with a much larger bulb. I'll even maybe try the one right next to it here, this Flamenco Queen Amaryllis. This one has put on so many leaves and 3 bloom stalks for me. So this would probably be a better bulb to try this process on. So my main tip with Strawflower is that you can save a lot of money by buying a tall mix. Like this I got from Roars. It was only 99 cents and it has tons and tons of seeds in it. versus buying just a single color. Like I bought the purple red from Johnny's. This packet, before I add shipping on top of it, was about $4.99. There's only about 50 seeds in here, and also I find that the germination rate on these single colors to be much lower than what comes in these single packets. And also, if you have a dollar store near you, if you go back probably 2 years and watch my video on, I think it was called Hardy Annuals Tour, or Tour of my Blooming Hardy Annuals, the Strawflower you see there is all from the dollar store. So let me just show you, for 99 cents from Roars for the tall mix, how many seeds you get here. I mean, that's gotta be like hundreds. That's gotta be hundreds of seeds for 99 cents versus the 50 seeds of the single color. Now, of course, if you're selling to a florist or something and you needed a certain color, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But this saves me a lot of money, and I am so happy with the germination rate of everything I get from Roars. So let's go ahead and sow these. I almost feel like Strawflower seed looks like fish food. Do you guys think so? So these guys just get surface sown. I'll go ahead and give this a spray. It seems like that really does help with the surface sown seeds. But Strawflower is pretty easy to germinate. I'll show you that the Feverfew has germinated in just a second. I'll just stick this on the radiator and show you the Feverfew. So I sowed this Feverfew with you guys on Tuesday. It's now Thursday, and I do see about 20% germination in the tray. So let's take a look. Can you see it right there? It almost looks like perlite, but that is it popping up. So I'll leave this on the heat mat for a bit longer, probably check it this evening and see how much we have up. But yeah, if you're getting discouraged by your Feverfew not germinating, maybe go ahead and try just spritzing the top once a day and see if that helps. Well guys, that's pretty much it for sowing Strawflower, and I tell you what, I could never have enough Strawflower. I said the other day I can't have enough Feverfew. Same with Strawflower. There's just never enough to cut, both fresh and dried. Now what I'll be getting around to later this week is sowing a flat of Amaryllis, and that is because I took about a 40% loss in terms of my Amaryllis. It's really the only loss of any cool flower that I planted, and I think it's because this particular raised bed perhaps does not drain as well than all the others, and also it does not get the sun until later in the day. So I think that combination on the Amaryllis, and Amaryllis is right on the line. It's listed as Hardy to 7, so I was already pushing the limit with it. But Dara has always worked, so I figured Amaryllis would too. Anyway, I definitely lost it due to moisture rather than temperatures. I kind of saw it happen with my own eyes. That bed iced, and then we got snow on top of it, more icing, and it just was not able to thaw out like all my other raised beds do. So, you know, live and learn, no worries. I'll sow another flat, and then we'll just see what happens with their root system. I mean, it's possible their root systems are still intact and they will begin to grow come, you know, late March, early April. We'll just, you know, live and learn, right? So guys, I want to wish you a great day and happy gardening. Bye.